Discover how to make bad situations seem better and how to make good situations seem even better. Hi, I'm Dan Ross, the Anxiety Helper, and I'm going to talk about something today called the NAB, and you know what that means in just a moment. And if you kind of consider that there's a situation that happens, and there's a useful belief to take on, which is that it's not what happens that causes the difference or makes the difference inside your mind, it's what you do with what happens. Because we can't control the outside world, but we can control our responses. So when something happens, we want to be able to change our response to it. If it's something bad that happens, I'm using air quotes, that it's something that you can see maybe some good in it, see that silver lining of the cloud, as they say, or to see it as less bad, to find some way to interpret it as less bad. Or if it's a good situation, how you can make it even better. So that gets into what this stands for. So NAB, which is, it's an acronym for notice, appreciate, and believe. So the first part of it is, what do you notice? So if it's a bad situation, let's say it's something like being stuck in traffic, what's something you can notice about that that could make it better? So for example, this happened to me the other day, and I was considering, well, I'm stuck in traffic, well, what can I do about it? Because I obviously can't change the traffic, and being upset or mad about it doesn't change anything. I'm still going to get there when I'm going to get there. So what could I notice that could make this a better situation? I thought, well, I actually have some time to catch up on some podcasts that I'm wanting to listen to. So let me, fire one of those up so I can use that time wisely. Another thing might be to appreciate. One of the things I appreciate in that situation is traffic is still not quite as bad as it was before the pandemic. So even though it's bad and getting worse, it's still a little bit better. I could also appreciate the fact that how nice is it that I get to own a car and I get to live in a place where I can get from point A to point B easily. So those are some things that you can kind of just notice and appreciate. And then there's believe, which is if it's something negative, if you're having a negative response, you can ask yourself, well, what am I believing that causes this to be an issue? And like for me, it might be, the belief that, they should just figure out how to build more freeways or make it go faster or something like that. But I could also ask myself, what could I believe that would make this a better situation? So I could just believe that the amount of time that I'm spending, I could just use it to maybe like meditate in the car or be more present, or just believe that it's like actually not really a problem. Just believe that it's just kind of part of life, that sometimes you sit in traffic. So that's how you use it to make a bad situation better. And you can use this for more intense things. If somebody gets, a notice they're going to be laid off or something. So what can you notice about that situation that could be good? Because maybe it's like, well, now I'll get some unemployment. I can start that project that I've been wanting to do, or really kind of hated my boss anyway. So let me do something different. And this just gives me that catalyst to go. So you kind of get the idea. So the next piece is, how do you apply this to something that's already good, right? So again, if we go back to NAB, so if you think about something, since we're talking about career stuff, what if you're up for a promotion? So what can you notice about that that's even better, right? So you can notice how you feel a sense of accomplishment. You can notice how your hard work pays off, which by the way is a belief as well. You can say, well, hard work pays off, or I deserve it, or I feel good about myself. Those are beliefs that can come in that situation. So really this comes down to focus. So what are you focusing on when you get some bad news, and how can you focus that to something you notice, appreciate, or believe that's better? And the same thing when you get some good news, or in any situation, what can you notice, appreciate, or believe about that situation that makes it a better situation? So try this out. Use this as a tool to change your focus to be more happy, be more present, more of whatever you want to feel most.